What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Strikernofear, and as ridiculous as it sounds, I am not currently playing. I am basically watching a pre-recording of the game itself. The reason why I did this is because when I did the recording, I was supposed to be yesterday doing a live stream of it, but unfortunately, I don't know, I think I wasted too much time on playing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and it's literally cost me more than I wanted. And I was feeling fucking tired anyway, so I was like, oh, fuck no. I mean, a stream that only lasts an hour, I mean, sure, I did it before, but, you know, not that great. And at the same time, chances are the stream would have been completely mute, because when I watched the video, I realized, which you're currently watching, is that I thought my mic was on. It wasn't. It wasn't. Even though I made the fucking tests, and even now I'm not even sure if the recording is gonna actually record, you know, gonna capture my voice. I'm not even sure. How the fuck does that even work? Even though after all the tests I did, it didn't. I basically was fucking muted. Don't know why. I made the tests to see if it works. It should have worked. It didn't work. Wonder why, but anyway. Now the reason why I've been having struggle is because I'm trying a new headset. The previous headset that I use on PC is called God damn it, it's called HyperX Cloud 2. That was the previous one that I used. And the mics, of course, these are microphones that can capable of have like a sort of a capable of going to 7.1 surround sound. Now the question is if it's pure surround sound or just an enhancement. Because usually it's like a click on a button, something like that. So yeah. Now the problem is because the HyperX headsets has a jack-in, as a type of jack-in microphone, so it's not connected to it. So you can pull it off and, you know, use your headset for something else without having the mic always constantly bothering you. Problem is that as many times as you pull it off and pull it in, it started to get damaged from the inside, and eventually the mic just dies. And the sad thing is that I don't think I had it for long. I didn't have that mic for long. So from the way I see it, it's not the mic's jack. It's not the mic's plug-in that's jamming. You know, it's jack. It's not the one that's been damaged. I think it's the one inside the headset. It's happened the same time. It once happened before with my Astro headset, which was a wireless one. The mic was also a jack-in and jack-off.
The League of Merchants. You can trust me.
And unfortunately, it didn't work at all, which was sad because if you ever bought a Astro headset, you know how freaking how those things are not cheap. I mean, what? I think that the one I bought. I think the highest price I ever bought was $500 plus tax. Nasty. I'm still wondering if the headset is really valued like that. Like if I were to sell like some sort of marketing expertise who can basically tell you what's the real value of certain stuff and tell me I think that's a little bit too much, I would like fuck. But anyway. Because let's face the fact, if the technology that's inside the headset is fucking cheap, but they're selling it at a fucking high cost, and even the production is cheap, you're like, I think I got scammed here. So currently the headset I'm using is Plantronics RIG 500 HD. While it says like it's principally done for PC because all the attachments, just like there's an attachment to it that comes with, say, like a USB supply, and this thing allows me to basically go to the audio settings on my computer, and there's like a specific settings for the device itself, like an equalizer and as well as a Dolby surround setting. So you can choose like whether if you want the audio completely in the front or in the back or right in the middle. And you can also change like if you want the sound to be narrow or wide. So very interesting. Very interesting. Problem is that it doesn't have its own volume setting. You have to use the computer's volume settings, you know, to adjust the volume. So yeah. Forty millimeter drivers. Oh yeah. Apparently it's supposed to be isolated and noise cancelling. Boom. I don't think so. Oh, that's for the microphone. Okay. I think it has it. Yeah. So it's capable of doing Dolby Surround. It has the ability of going for the 7.1 technology Dolby. So it's great. You can hear like characters when something passes on the left and right. You hear them clearly. Problem is I haven't tested to see like if you can hear from up and down at certain angles as well. So, but yeah.
Dragons are boring. Did you find anything bigger?
The Plantronic Rig 500 HD is, I would say, pretty. It's compared to all the headset I ever bought. That's probably the cheapest. I mean, it's around $100 if you add the tax in, which was $114. Pretty cheap. The HyperX Cloud 2 is I would say it doesn't cost that much, but it's not cheaper than the Plantronic. The cost that it was, it's $134.99. I don't remember how much it costs with the taxes.
So it's ours.
By the way, this is Canadian price tag, so it might be cheaper on your side. It might be cheaper in the United States. But yeah. The problem is that if you're the kind of person who likes to have just one set for all, you need to go for a specific type of headset that's willing to go for every single element. So if you're like playing PCs and consoles, you want a headset that does all of those. One of the big problem, of course, is the microphone. Life expectancies, there's that too. The Astro headsets, which the wireless version, which kind of pisses me off, is that if the battery dies, you either send it back or you buy yourself a new one, because when it comes to repairs, some of them have rules, and you need to know, like if you're, depending on your area, you need to know if someone has expertise of repairing a headset. And not everyone does. I mean, if you go to computer stores, they're gonna say like, sorry, we can't repair those.
Leave it with me. Within your allotted
I can only
space,
assume
of
that
course.
it's the battery that expired on my headset, on my Astro headset, so that's why it doesn't work, which is really sad. I really did enjoy it. I mean, a headset for everything, that's just great. Problem is, I hate the concept of wireless, because you have to recharge its battery constantly or have it something that's constantly connected to it, which sucks really. But you know, like I really liked, in terms of quality, audio quality, I'm pretty sure I heard better, but it's still good nonetheless. The microphone, on the other hand, is unfortunately like not the best there is. It's, as you can currently hear, I think the best mic of all is, and that's really strange, because I I use this mic when I do live play on the PS4. It's basically a microphone headset with one speaker on the side from Panasonic. It's a KXTCA 400. Basically, like it's one of those things that you're probably going to use for conference calls. Like if you're away or in a car, or you know when these telemarketers, calls, they don't use the phone, they use these type of headsets. So, and the microphone on it is very fucking good. It's clear shit. It's very good clear quality. The only problem is that you have to avoid using loud voice, or else, because it doesn't have like a sort of vibration absorber. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. I still prefer the HyperX because it has its own volume, and you can really go loud on it. But the Rig 500 HD is not really a bad thing either. So if you're looking for something that's still good quality, but it's pretty cheap, the Plantronic Rig 500 HD is definitely good for you. But you have to remember, even though you can use it for all the consoles, if you're the kind of person who likes to record his gameplay, you unfortunately going to have to look elsewhere. Elsewhere than the Plantronic, the Rig or the Cloud2 HyperX, because unfortunately it utilizes the jack-ins to attach itself to the mic thing and the jack-in on the controller. And well, unfortunately, when it comes to the PS4, it demands like an all-audio thing. It's not a problem if you're using like it's not really a problem if it's probably like the Xbox One or the Xbox Ones, because for some strange, the thing is they actually play both audio. So you have the audio that comes out of your controllers, but you also have the audio that comes out of the game itself, on your TV. So there's no pick, which I'm kind of surprised why the PS4 doesn't have an option which you can like have the audio output in both ways. But whatever. It's them, not me. Alright, so let's see. During the gameplay, I was trying to figure out why the fuck was I so heavy, and I realized that I had in my inventory I think 5 gold ingots. And right now I was looking around to see if I could find some storage places, and I realized there was an area where you can actually have 3 levels of storage or something like that. So in this case I decided to go for furniture, because you can that's how you can actually create furniture. You build a place that's focused on one thing, and after that you need to have the materials and then manage crafting. But for that to do the managing crafting, you don't have to be near the building. You basically just press the map button, and there's like an icon on the map that's that will allow you to open like every house that's for rent, to buy, or something like that. And with that, you will have like another options. You gotta have the options of either selling the property, or manage crafting. These are the options that get revealed. So right now it was like, I'll wait a bit, level up this stuff, and then go for the 3rd level, and after that I can leave, because I don't need it right now. Republic of Calphion. Serendia territory. That's what it's telling me on the left corner. Invest energy. Oh, that's something I didn't know you could do. Probably I was so focused on the center of the screen that sometimes you kind of forget what's around. So currently I'm checking, and you know, you realize that all your attributes are fucking out. So I was like, I need to buy some inventory. Ah, fuck! I forgot. I spent all of it. I spent every single of my contributions. I cannot do shit. So I'm looking around. What the hell is causing me to be so fucking heavy? So I'm looking around, and later on I'm going to realize that my temporary expansion inventory has finally depleted. It's finally expired. So now I still have the stuff, but the moments I decide to remove one of the items and move them around, I lose that square. And, you know, I went to the marketing and I was wondering why the hell some of the stuff I couldn't sell. And eventually I find out. So as you can tell, like the bow and right after like really down, these are extra areas that I'm no longer have access to. So they're there, but I need to move them around. So I need to get rid of those that are actually that are part of my legit item slots, so I can move the ones that are no longer in the legit, that are in the temporary, back to the legit ones. That's what I figured out. Because the thing is that also you have to realize it doesn't move on its own, because it's considered like an invalid slot. So if you want to sell stuff, you have to make sure it's in a valid slot. So before you go to the marketplace. So I'm still fucking heavy. I'm still wondering what the hell's going on. Eventually, I think I figured it out. I don't know when I fucking figured it out.
The wagon was carrying our goods.
Moving around, I think I was looking for the stable, but I realized it fucking changed place. Because I remember there were 2 stables. There were 2 stables in that place, but now it has 1. So I'm thinking like I'm going to go to a place where I could probably put all that stuff in the inventory, and then eventually I realize I can put shit in the wagon. I'm playing like a fucking nutcase on COD Infinite Warfare that I'm afraid that people are starting to view my channel as another fucking Call of Duty type channels. Because I'm trying to take advantage of the event that's going on right now. Because let's face the fact, Call of Duty when it comes to it, they're typical arcade games, typical first-person shooter. It's not a similar war. It's basically arcade style. Now the thing is that eventually they always like added some features like that makes you want to have everything, like someone who's like an achievement hunter who wants to get everything, who wants to have the 100% complete of the game itself. But the problem is that when you try to do that, you end up abandoning some games you probably want to buy, to play a lot. Now, because of the summer event, I've been neglecting other games like Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1. Still great games, and I really recommend people to buy them, but there's no question the addictive nature of Call of Duty itself, which is fucking ridiculous, and that's why that game itself should not be available to kids. Kids should not be able to buy Call of Duty games, especially at that time.
Nice.
I mean, all the microtransactions, the luck of the draw when you get yourself a care package and see what you unlocked. It's a life waster. Especially if you're trying to get everything at 100%. And at this point in time, I'm wondering if Infinite Warfare is going to be the last Call of Duty that I'll ever buy. Because if World of War follows the same concept as every single other, I think the microtransactions completely started with Advanced Warfare. I think they're the one who basically started them all. The second one, Black Ops 2, didn't have it. I think it's all started with the Advanced Warfare, and eventually it continued on with Black Ops 3, which, when you think about it, Black Ops 3 is probably like the better of all the Call of Duty games. It was well received, and it's still well played today. And Infinite Warfare is just continuing it. So I'm wondering, they did do some modifications on the Modern Warfare Remastered. They decided to add that same microtransactions things. I still remember the fucking Call of Duty Elite thing. Never bought the season pass of, I think, Modern Warfare 3. Never went for all the DLCs and shit. And Infinite, I think I only bought, I think the season pass, I think I only bought them on, I don't know if I did on Advanced Warfare, but I know I bought them on Black Ops 2 and on Black Ops 3. But, you know, I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I bought the map pack for Modern Warfare Remaster. Since, I mean, it sucks, but it was still pretty cheap. But, yeah. I'm not planning to buy like the entire expansion season pass of I mean 69. It's 69.90. I think it's 69.99. It's fucking costly, man. It's too much. It's like spending a second game. That's not even a second game at all. It's just an extension of multiplayers. It has no add-on to storyline. Sure, it has add-ons to the zombie mode. But it has nothing to the storyline itself. You know, I think some people would like to have like the choice of focusing on. You know, I would rather have it more cheaply if I don't know. 1 week I just buy a stage, and the next week I buy another stage. It's a lot cheaper if you buy them individually instead of in a pack. There are people who will definitely be willing to go like that because it means like they can save money, like they can wait their next payday for something that's a little bit more cheaper. I mean, how much does it cost to buy just one map? And of course, the reason why I'm saying like kids should no longer be allowed to play Call of Duty, it's not just like you're playing with amongst of adults who will not censor themselves, and for fuck's sake, we're not planning to do that anymore. We're definitely not going to do it, no matter how many parents would decide to say, like, can you just hold it back? Fuck you!
Customs in Heidel aren't as rigid as Calpheon.
No.
Calpheon is a ruthless
The reason is because if you think about the lock system and the fact you can spend money to buy those care package, we'll have to assume this is probably following the concept of gambling. I mean, if you think about the fact that a kid is not allowed to buy a lottery tickets, if I'm pretty sure some of you heard the story that there was a kid who actually, I think, won the lottery, but because he was not at the age of buying it, he doesn't get the prize. He doesn't get it. I don't know if it was $1 million or something like that, but I know it was a lot. And because it was found out that the kid was the one who bought it, which at this point in time, people are still. I think the parents still trying to find out how the fuck did they know that his kid was the one who bought the ticket. I can only assume that it's the place where he bought the ticket, like the cashier, who's the one who says like he was the one who bought it. I don't know if it would have gone okay if he said like it was a gift for his dad, because you're struggling and shit. So as you can see, I fucking figured. I think at this point in time, I figured out what the hell was going on with my inventory headset, and eventually, that's how I was able to make some space. I was able to reduce some stuff, but I'm still overweight, and I think I figure out what the hell's going on. So I check around, and as you can see, I got gold ingots, like 5 of them, and they're the one who's bringing a lot of weight in there. I'm still wondering how the fuck I got them in the first place. Because seriously, I have no fucking clue. I just fucking realized I talk more than you know. I talk more when I'm basically talking about like a pre-recording video than actually if I were to play and record and talk at the same time, because I'm not focused on the game. I don't have to be focused on the game. So yeah. So I think definitely for me, I don't think I'm gonna buy the second. I don't think I'm gonna buy the World War II. If it has the same functions in terms like, you know, its reward system, if it's the same like it's Infinite Warfare or Black Ops 3, you know, that has an emphasis on microtransactions, then I'm definitely not buying it.
Street tags.
I would rather complete everything in the game that I have on Infinite Warfare and probably also Black Ops 3, and then just leave it there. There are certain series you probably get tired, or you just have to stop because you're spending way too much money on it, and you need to realize you need to fucking stop, because it's gambling in itself. I mean, it follows the concept of luck to get what you want, and it's gambling. And you have to ask yourself, you're spending a lot of money on care package, but how long will it last? Because what you're buying is not permanent. It's not going to stay there forever. If they decide to shut the servers on the game, you lose everything you spent on. It's like PlayStation Home. It's like PlayStation Home. You probably bought like, I don't know, a property. Like I remember I bought the Firehouse of Ghostbusters, the video game. And now I can no longer go there. I can no longer go there because the servers are completely shut. So everything that I've ever bought in this game is fucking lost. And it's the same thing's going to happen to Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Same thing's going to count. Well, same thing's going to happen. Already it's happening with Advanced Warfare. I remember there's microtransactions where you can buy some care package. And nobody's fucking playing. The servers are still active, but nobody's fucking playing the game. Nobody. It's fucking dead. And Black Ops 3, it's not there yet, but eventually it's gonna go there. Like if they decide to release the Black Ops series, if they decide to remaster the Black Ops series for the next generations, some of them are just gonna be left alone, and eventually they're gonna have to shut down. Everything you spent on it is gonna be lost. It's a real issue. I'm still pissed at the fact that Firefall, shut down. I know I didn't play a lot of it, but that's because I have way too many games. I got way too many games. I just don't know what to do. And it's even harder when you have, unfortunately, a limited time of how much you can play. Like, seriously. Especially in my case, where I'm trying to record everything I do. It's ridiculous. And eventually you start to get lost, you don't remember things, you don't remember your password. And it's just been left in the void. The thing is that Firefall itself could actually work both as an MMORPG and as well as a single player. They could have followed the same concept, and I'm wondering if I think Ubisoft should do the same when it comes to the Division. Which they should follow the same concept as Dragon Ball's Xenoverse, which you can either join with other players or you can hire their characters. So they're not they're basically computer controls, but it's still a character that the player created. I'm pretty sure this is something that should be done in MMORPGs today. It would help a lot because there's not a lot of people who are very confident, or they want to have controls of what they do, so they avoid joining parties. Like in my case, I want to have controls of what I want to do, how long I want to do it, and
That's the old-fashioned way.
I just need backup, but that's just it. So yes, you know, if you're playing with other player controls, you have way more diversity. But you know, if you can't get those players to join in, you can always hire characters, you know, to compensate. It's not a bad thing.
If you've a lot of stuff, leave it with me. Within your allotted space.
Yeah, that's where I figured that out. So I decided to sell this shit. Send it straight to my storage. Because unfortunately money also is also weight. Yeah, sucks. Fucking sucks. Which now you start to realize there's a sort of beauty to paper money. Is that you start to realize that not only is it compact, it's weightless. Because imagine if you have like $1,000. Fuck. I mean, $1 million in $1 million in coins, in gold coins. You couldn't carry that shit around. Especially today, you couldn't even carry that shit around. You would be a fucking target. A bullseye. Oh yeah, it's that stupid ass costume. Kind of disappointing when you make a character to be looking hot and sexy, and she ends up wearing a fucking fish costume. You're like fucking disappointed right there. I'm hoping I'll be able to buy her a sexy underwear and sexy underwears and a hot but badass costume. I did that with Vinticus. It was never a complete set, it was a mix set. Alright, let's see what I was trying to do here. What was it I was trying to remember? So I noticed I lost weight. Now I'm wondering if I should do the main story element. Since basically now I don't have the weight, so I shouldn't even bother going back to that, the other place that I have bought a lot of house so I can get a storage and go at it. By the way, this is a Steam version of the servers itself, and I went with the one that was not crowded. I wonder if there ends up having an empty server, if it's gonna say like it's empty.
Not under any circumstances. Never
Or low.
turn your back on an enemy.
Okay, now I'm getting quests and shit.
A lesson learned with your body will be carved into your bones. Take up your sword if you have the will to continue living.
Which one was it? It was like a drag forward. I was trying to figure out what was the command for that type of smoke attack, and obviously it was not a combination functions to initiate the skill. So I went to look around, and then I found one: go invisible, move forward, and do the critical strike or the piercing attack and stuff. So I went with that. Tried to do it once, failed miserably. I don't know. I'm probably going to get rid of the quick keys. I'm using a controller to play this, so I'm probably going to get rid of the quick keys skills and only use the one that cannot be triggered by a combination of buttons. That cannot be triggered by a combination. So, So it's less of a hassle and you know, more focus on certain things, so I don't get lost. Because the shoulder buttons are like functions. So you got function 1's, function 2.
I'm trying my best to represent Heidel.
He's got that face,
Anyone
man.
is welcome to stay here, as long as they're not from Calfian. You best not get on my bad side.
You always feel like you're on his bad side. I mean, you look at his face and he's like constantly pissed. It's like you can do the best job on the world, and he's still gonna tell you to eat a bag of dicks.
Enrico.
Murad, what brings you here?
So you've really moved up in the world.
You've changed a lot too. Anyway, put that down for a minute while we chat.
There. It's drinking water for Glish. We're bringing it in from Heidel.
I've heard the water's contaminated. I bet it's the mudsters.
Everything's gone to hell since Chief Donnet disappeared. Can't you do something about it? You're the only one from our town who has any sway here.
Well, it's hard enough keeping the peace here in Heidel. I've got my hands full as it is. Anyway, the least I can do is speak with Instructor Crewhorn. Although we lost the war, we mustn't lose our pride as Heidelians. It's just a formality, but please cooperate while we verify your identity. Heidel is currently busy with preparations for the mask ball coming up.
Yep. Alright, moving on to another quest. So, at this point in time, I'm going to look around for the stable, and I realize it's not there anymore. I think I already know that it's not there anymore. So, I also look at the player. It's a player-created character, but it doesn't look like it's being controlled. So I'm wondering if it's something that happens that you can do, like when you're offline, like some sort of mission your character can do or something like that. I don't know all the functions, so it's still confusing sometimes. I got some new kunai. So that's great. Yes, sir. Got space. That's good. That one's for XP. It's not the same XP like for leveling up, but it's an XP for skills. I was definitely in an area that had an XP boost though. Earn loyalty. I wonder how much loyalty do I have. How can I use it? Congratulations! You got your hands on a lot of loyalties. Too bad you can only buy stuff that's temporary. If you want something that's permanent, money. Can't buy permanent shit with loyalty, man. We're grateful for you to keep playing this game, but we can only give you temporary stuff on loyalty. Sorry, our bad.
Try sprinting across an open field on the back of a horse. It feels so nice.
Reset count. Apparently that thing got damaged. I'm gonna get told like eventually that my wagons got damaged. Lol, as Jack. What kind of... I never checked if there was always content that appeared in the bag. I know I put stuck in there. Put some stuff in there. You know, to reduce the weight. I realize there's a place to go and I'm like, ah, fuck, I can't even go back. I can't back up. I can only move forward. There's no way to go backward. So I'm trying to get to that stable, and then I realize, oh, something's going on over there. And I just stand there, and then some enemy's gonna fucking notice me, and he's gonna come after me. He's gonna come after my wagon, and I'm gonna kill the fucking bastard before he does any kind of damage. At least that's what I think. Until I get told like damage was done. You have to realize the guy was actually just walking. So I find out the stable is right there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the wagon and just go and park it.
Ugh, so sticky. This is just the kind of place frogs like.
Alright, checking in. I think I'm probably gonna do some quests.
Huh. Now I'm even thinking people are spiders. You're an adventurer, but this place is especially dangerous. You must therefore be especially vigilant.
The land of hope. There can't be any spiders there, right? Isn't it a man's decisiveness that makes him charming? Our outpost is doing the best it can for the residents of
A
Heidel.
few quests right here and there.
You're a new face. It's safe here.
I think it's at this point in time that I realize how clear the cracking noise you hear with my headset, with the Plantronic. Like really nasty shit. So I'm checking what are the quests. I have to make sure, like, if they're near, far. I still see some question marks. Probably like some more chat. I realize at this point I'm thinking like, okay, well, wait a minute, this one's pretty far. No. Because even though it's point out to where you need to be, you don't have actually to go there, since it's going to be all over the area. So the quest is complete for her.
The
There's
land
still
of
more
hope.
shit.
There can't be any spiders there, right?
Did I ever mention that the voice acting in this game is
Now I'm even
great?
thinking people are spiders.
Like seriously great. So great that it makes you wonder, how does it sound like in other language?
Are you here to trade with me? Huh. Your face doesn't say yes.
What are you doing in this wretched place?
Doing quest, buddy. I hope I'll be able to buy a better graphic card. There's definitely some games I want to play, and it demands like you have like the best quality there is. I think oh yeah, I'm still killing those fucking crabs thing. Fucking spiders. Ah, that's the noise. They're supposed to be spiders. They make a noise like that. I think I'm done with the
land
quest.
of hope. There can't be any spiders there, right?
Stupid girl. I wonder if I spot the other question mark. Or maybe I already did.
So sticky. This is just the kind of place frogs like.
Oh no, wait. Oh, I think I take it out. Then I go more. Then I go to the exit, and then I realize, oh, this is the one that has an question mark. Okay. Or no, maybe I already did. Yeah, wasn't paying attention there. So we're now moving forward to that next point. And it's raining. Currently the wagon's moving automatically. Look at this shit. Definitely need a better graphic card. These popping effects on it. They're not that great. It's a bad transition. So I'm going straight to the stable. I'm looking around to see where's the stable because I didn't pay much attention. And I'm gonna start having control over it, and I'm like, where is it? Where's the fucking stable? Motherfucker. Where is it? Oh, god damn it. Looks like I'm gonna have to look around. Someone's on a donkey. Hoping to find one, and I realize probably, don't tell me I'm gonna have to go in the back. I have to go back to the entrance, like hoping it's there. And that's what I do. I make sure I don't go too fast, just in case I miss it. And there, I find it. The stable. Here.
Horse's eyes are so beautiful. They're like a woman's eyes. Take care of your horse as if it's your loved one.
This.
Have you heard? The cultists are sacrificing humans in their rituals.
Fogans are a true pain in the ass. Always watch out for Fogans and Nagas.
The biggest regret I have is that I wasn't born a noble.
That's a great excuse right there. That's
Okay,
the
well,
greatest
it's my job to
regret
guard
I
the
ever
town.
heard. Like, that's gonna make a fucking difference.
Story
Even if you were
items are the
born
first
a
step
noble,
to a safe
if you
journey.
still had that prick-ass attitude, you're still the prick. Alright, storage facility. I went and checked what I had. I haven't checked if I could buy like a place to rest. In every new place you go, always buy a resident.
Oh.
Where are you from? Where are you from? Welcome.
Is that hair? Is that supposed to be hair on his head?
In fact, I know someone named Donut. This is the only inn in Glesh. Have a pleasant stay. The Glesh ruins? That's an affair people keep quiet about here. I don't know much about it.
So right now I'm having chats with most of the people around, you know, getting rid of those question marks that's on the map. Increasing level of... Didn't want to talk to this guy.
Welcome to Glish. All the more welcome if you want to supply fish.
So apparently I can trade fish.
Hey, look what the cat dragged in. Another rookie.
Wow, she's having a laugh.
Would you care to give my porters some direction?
Nope. Looking around for question marks. There's nothing
This
there.
must be really hard.
Oh, yeah, before I do any
Hi
kind of
there.
quests,
You
getting
want
some
to relieve
information.
your thirst in Glish? Just ask for Arar.
Oh, there he is. This guy's got a
Expected a
cutscene.
warm welcome. Sorry.
No,
to
it's not that one. There's the cutscene. Cutscene.
In order to resurrect Belmore, the Monarch of Darkness, they'll need a specific kind of soul to use as a host.
One of sublime purity.
Doesn't that mean me? What terrible news.
But who might be a suitable host?
The Grand Chamberlain of Hydal. He's known to be a man of great distinction.
You mean Jordine?
He visited us here once before. He hates Calpheon, with an unfeigned and pure fury. Such fury would make him a worthy choice for the Monarch of Darkness.
Oh, this is really bad. I'll go tell Eden.
That girl is fucking awkward.
The things we went through will come to light someday.
How do you like my clothes? Do you want to try them on?
No.
Think of me. Please don't hate the Nagas. Peace between Nagas and humans will lead to vast developments in craftworks.
However, if they don't attack me, that is. If they attack me, they're fucked.
We have a lot of reliable fellows here. I have workers.
I wonder if I could set up the language. Like subtitles in English, but voice in different language.
Adventurer, nice to meet you. As long as I'm here, the village is safe.
I think it's Korean in this game.
It's dreary here,
Enrico
right?
Mancini,
You have to be
man,
more
seriously,
vigilant in this kind
that
of place. There are two gems in this village. Frahirao
it's too
and my
close
wife.
to Enrico Marini. More
You
quest.
should check out the potions my wife sells.
A
Mark
quest
is a
of
wonderful
fort.
woman. Her tenacity keeps the supply lines steady.
That bastard again. Don't you want to smash his teeth? Like, really punch him really hard and make sure he loses every single one of them. I'm pretty sure this guy fucking deserves it. It's fucking creepy, man. Doesn't have his... He's just showing his teeth. Like, fuck, man. I just want to punch it. I think I'm approaching the end. So I think I'm gonna be going after talking to the guy, and then I'm just gonna end the game.
My husband is taking good care of this town.
Yeah, I complete the quest.
potions made by
I basically
Frahirao
like go
himself.
for the quest, and then after that I decide to end it.
Always carry potions with you.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same. Gonna leave it there, and that was basically it. So thanks for watching.